Okay, welcome everyone to our Happy Chef Cooking with Essential Oils. My name is Lorri Lockyer.
And I'm Lachael Prouty.
And I'm Lou Sayas. Just call me Lou.
And we are here in Lachael's kitchen today with some wonderful recipes to really have fun with essential oils and look at the harvest, that we have right now. So we really focused on foods for the fall because yesterday was the first day of autumn, my favorite time of the year. Can you tell? Because these are the colors we wear all the time. So I love fall, but it is a time of abundance, and so this is a great time to learn how to use these essential oils and have fun in the kitchen. Today, we're going to go through making some of these, and I'm going to put the recipes up on the screen so you can see them, either jot them down, or I'll also have a PowerPoint or a PDF that you can run off all of them that I'll send out with the recording. So let's see what is on our first. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to go for here. Let's go. Thank you. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start with the butternut squash pitas. So Lachael, since this was a first for you,
Yes, it was.
put this down here. Tell us a little bit about butternut squash pitas.
The butternut squash pita has, I baked the butternut squash for about 45 minutes. Then I let it cool. Well, first I cut it in half to make it. And then I let it cool. I mashed it up in a bowl with some cumin, chili powder, and salt, and maple syrup. Sounds like a weird combo, but it's really good.
It sounds really yummy.
And then it also has some black beans with some half of a lime squeeze, along with lime juice or lime essential oil. And it also, and then we have Greek yogurt, and that also has lime. Essential oil.
So lime essential oil in the yogurt. Mm-hmm. I know I put tangerine essential oil in my yogurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it does call for avocado to top, but I didn't get one. So
yeah,
I forgot.
But they look super yummy. And how long did it take to really put it together once it came out of the oven?
After it got out of the oven, I had three, as you can see over here. I had like 3 separate bowls. Okay. And I just assembled.
And so a recipe like this, I think, makes 4? Or
well, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
So, I mean, that's just one pita. So it would probably make 4 pitas cut in quarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a great little snack, a great hors d'oeuvre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially to take to a gathering of 2 or more that you're 6 feet apart. No, at some point in time. Well, even if families getting together, this would be a great healthy. And the black beans, I know we can get organic black beans.
Organic black beans.
Yeah. So super good. We get our protein, we get good carbs, and then you put it on a pita bread.
Mm-hmm. Pita bread, and I didn't have gluten-free, but that's okay. And then I topped it with cilantro.
Oh yay!
Fresh cilantro.
It looks yummy. We're eating afterwards, so we won't eat during. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Zucchini bread. I never know if our pictures are showing up in the recording, so I'll just move them over. There we go. Okay.
So this one was really fun because, as you can see, I have zucchini from my garden. And I was able to just make this bread. I made it with, instead of regular flour, I made it with gluten-free flour. And this is the first time I've made this, any kind of bread, really. So these are a lot of bursts for me. And so it just has the typical ingredients. You can look at those. But I put in instead of cinnamon, I put in, I think I put in cinnamon oil as well as a little cassia.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. And you haven't tried it yet. It hasn't been cut. Oh, you have.
This is the other one.
She made 2. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. Really good. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells yummy. And you made it with what kind of flour did you use?
Gluten free. It is
Coconut, almond.
It is chickpea. It's
chickpea.
Yeah.
They have so many kinds now. I have a plethora of gluten-free flours.
I can show you.
I don't know if you can get back there or not. Good job. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's it's the Bob's Red Hill all-purpose. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing here for a moment, just so we can see. So this was what you used, everyone. So Bob's Red Hill.
And it's great because it's a 1-to-1 ratio, regular flour to it's gluten free.
Yeah. Oh, and all kinds of yummy. Yeah, garbanzo beans, potato starch, tapioca bread, just sorghum, all kinds of good, yummy stuff. So we'll be trying that afterwards.
I'll get the butter out for you.
Yeah. I love butter.
It's good.
Heat it up and have some more butter. Okay. So let's see what our next one is. I think we're going right with the baked apple chips.
Okay, well, I thought that the cook time on these were 1 hour total, but no, it's 1 hour on one side, 1 hour on the other. So they're still cooking. They're still baking. I can bring them out.
We can get them out once I take the thing off.
Oh,
you talk about them and then
okay. Well, these are. I have this new spiralizer machine, and I use it on my apple, so I can actually show you.
So did it peel them?
It just sliced them.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
So-
wow.
so
Oh,
you
that
can-
looks. Oh,
very nice.
Okay.
It has like several different blades, so you can do so much with this. Like my new purchase. I'm cooking more.
You are. It's a new toy.
It is. So basically, apples, some granulated sugar. It calls for ground cinnamon, but again, I use cinnamon bark, and I use the
Essential oil.
essential oil, yes. And yeah, that's all I used. I didn't use ground cinnamon at all.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to try these. I was thinking on guard even would be a fun one. Yeah. But we always start with following the recipe, at least most people do, and then change it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this one just called for ground cinnamon, so I made the executive decision.
Yeah. To change. I know. I think it would be fun too to use wild orange or tangerine.
Ooh,
Or maybe even grapefruit. So it would be fun to just take some citrus, oils and and throw it in the mix and see how it with the cinnamon, of course.
Yeah.
So okay, now I'm gonna stop sharing and let's get them out of the oven so we can share and let everyone see what they look like. Ooh,
They're beautiful.
Oh, there we go. Yay!
Oh,
They look pretty. Okay, so let's see, what is our next fun adventure? Okay.
We didn't do pumpkin seeds.
That's okay. We will in the next couple weeks because pumpkins are coming. But I wanted to put this out here because I always do a pumpkin every year. Cut a pumpkin up and what to do with the seeds. And this is a great recipe. I'll even make it a little bit bigger here. Everyone can see it. So this is a fun one because again, you just start with the seeds. You can decide whether you want to rinse the seeds off or if you want to leave that kind of pumpkin goo, I call it, because it actually helps. Yeah, I do not clean my seeds. I just get them right out of the pumpkin and lay them right on the pan. I use aluminum foil. And then, and then I just make up some, actually some cooking oil, some, I put cinnamon and cassia in them. So again, I don't use the cinnamon necessarily herb. I just like using both cassia and cinnamon. And then the raw honey really makes it. So I mix them all together and then I just kind of put it all over and mush them around with my hands. So that's my mixing. My way of mixing, and then stick them in the oven. And it's good to take like a spatula or something and turn them a little after a while, but you'll smell them. I mean, it makes the whole house smell so good. And definitely putting the salt on before, just, as they're cooking. And then once you get them out, you can decide if you want to add some more Himalayan salt or sea salt to that, but they usually don't stay around long. They get eaten.
They taste really good.
Yeah. So super yummy. Looking so forward to pumpkin season. And our next class will definitely have some pumpkin pie, and we'll have a lot more pumpkin. We'll have some more pumpkin recipes in October. Okay, zucchini strips. So I just kind of gave a brief description because it varies every time we make them. But so you can pretty much see cut zucchini lengthwise, and you want to have a little bit of thickness. So at least I would say a 1/4 inch. Don't do them real thin because otherwise they turn out like chips. It's just not as good. So try it. Thick is better. And then I take a little shot glass. So let me go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing here for a moment. So I take a little shot glass and fill it maybe halfway with avocado or olive oil. And then I start adding oils. So and I vary it up every time I make it, but the two favorite I love is basil and rosemary. So I'll just put a drop of each, that is all you need. And other oils that I've used is lemongrass, and then always, I love putting some citrus oil, so lime, tangerine, wild orange, something like that. But then again, then you just mix it up with, a toothpick, and once you have your zucchini sliced, then you're just pouring a little in your hand and massaging your zucchini. So I just kind of rub them with my hands, put them on. It's great if you can grill them on the barbecue. So that's my favorite, but if you don't have that, or you just don't want to start the barbecue, then just stick them in the oven on 350 and you just want to watch them. So it's usually about 15 minutes, but you can just kind of poke them. You want them to be soft, but not turn brown. So that's the thing to watch. And then I add a little sea salt or Himalayan salt to it. But my boyfriend would not eat zucchini, and now he will eat any zucchini that I make this way. So a great way to use zucchini, and again, you can do that with some other squash. So super fun zucchini weenie recipes, what we call them. Okay, so let's see. I think what else do we have here? Oh, our last one, besides wanting to talk about our coffee, fun one, is On Guard pumpkin smoothies. So normally we get the blender out and throw it all in there, but we're drinking wine now. So
No mixing.
We're not going to have smoothies right now. So this just gives you an idea. But it is super yummy. So pick your milk of choice. You can get pumpkin puree. I really recommend getting organic pumpkin, which you can get canned, or once you have your own pumpkin, you can cook it and have that. And then any kind of yogurt. So I love just the plain goat yogurt is my favorite. A couple of frozen bananas. And then then we're looking at our seasoning. So vanilla's nice because it gives it that yummy flavor. If you have pumpkin pie seasoning, again, it's usually only available this time of year. I stock up on pumpkin pie seasoning. I get it from Trader Joe's. But again, pumpkin pie seasoning has cinnamon, ginger, lemon peel, nutmeg, cloves, and cardamom. So it's so nice. One stop and you get all of those lovely spices. So pumpkin pie seasoning, and then putting in a couple drops of the On Guard Protective Blend. And so we're supporting our immune system with this really yummy protein and some carbs, smoothie. And then pretty much add some ice, put it all in a blender. And then if you want to top it with whipped cream, I don't, because I don't believe in adding sugar. And sugar turns your immune system off. So if you want to, maybe just a tiny bit. But anyways, definitely try this out. This is a yummy one this time of year. So the other thing, or really the last thing we wanted to go over was how we use essential oils in our coffee, which is
fun.
so much fun. I just want to make sure that was my last slide. Okay, so we'll come back. I just drink decaf, so I gave up caffeine a while ago and do not miss it at all. As you can tell by my energy, I do not need caffeine. My body had been telling me that. Other people, caffeine is important. So if it is, that is fine. But when I get my coffee ready the night before, I put that pumpkin spice, the Trader Joe's pumpkin spice, in my coffee grounds along with some cinnamon, and then I add a drop of turmeric and a drop of ginger into my coffee grounds, and then I kind of cover them up, and it's all set to go off in the morning. And then once I have my coffee, then the Lorri Latte begins.
It's so good. I sampled it the other day, and I was like, all right, I'm sold.
Yes, so I use Slim and Sassy. That's one of my main ingredients. And again, Slim and Sassy has cinnamon in it, and cinnamon is really great at supporting blood glucose levels. I used to be hypoglycemic, which was really annoying, if anything, because I'd be passing out and I would have a bad headache and it'd take me a long time to recover, and I was scared to be hungry. So if you're scared to be hungry, then you're eating all the time, and that was not good for my weight. So the Slim and Sassy has totally gotten rid of my hypoglycemia, which has been wonderful. So I do 5 drops now of Slim and Sassy. So start out with 1. Lou had 2. So, start out and you can add as you want, but it's a metabolic blend. It really helps your metabolism and detox and, shrinking those fat cells. So it's a great one to add. And then I add 2 drops of cardamom, 1 to 2 drops, depending on how much comes out. But cardamom is the oil of objectivity, which really, it makes you look at things in a new light, and you tend to, it's easier to respond than react. So in my life, I just don't get angry anymore at anyone, at anything, which is really nice. I can just go,
That's interesting.
Road rage, no more. I see someone doing something stupid, I'm like, I guess they're in a hurry. Glad I missed that accident. My boyfriend can't do anything wrong. Still a love-hate relationship, but I don't get angry at him anymore. So I definitely recommend cardamom in the morning. Great way to start the day. And then tangerine. I put a couple drops of tangerine, because tangerine, everything is happy, don't worry, oil, and it's a great way. Just like smell it, put drops in, and then I add my soy creamer, and I'm good to go. Sometimes I add some coconut oil, maybe a drop of honey, and some collagen. But I have a little whipper. Let's show your little, it's not called a whipper. Mine's an Aero Latte, but it's similar to like this, and you're able to just put it in, and then it emulsifies, and it really mixes up the essential oils. And putting some coconut oil in your coffee, like a teaspoon, it helps kind of grab all the essential oils so they stay in there and they don't all necessarily float to the top. So that's the other thing. And when your coffee gets cold, it is still really good. So,
Yes.
Michelle, why don't you share your coffee story?
Mine is similar, but so I'll put some ginger and the pumpkin pie spice in the grounds before I make it, and then I use also the Slim and Sassy. I go between tangerine and wild orange in the mornings, and then I also use a drop of cinnamon bark essential oil and turmeric essential oil in my coffee, as well as the coconut oil and a little, about a half teaspoon of organic raw honey.
And then what's your creamer choice?
I use oat milk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And unflavored, of course.
Does. So, and Lou, do you want to share any that either your coffee or your water, your favorite oils to put
Well,
in?
I like my water in the morning with lemon.
And hot water or just cold water?
Just cold water,
Okay.
lemon, and apple cider vinegar, and then start that off. And then I also, when I want something hot, I also have some teas that I choose to, and I have a cinnamon type of tea, but I added ginger and a wild orange to that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of them. I have green tea sometimes, and I add, what was it? I think it was the cardamom, and that was really good too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I didn't know that about cardamom. It'll give you a different way of looking at things.
It does. It totally does. And it helps you put yourself in someone else's shoes. Because again, you know, we're so into where we are, but cardamom just helps me when someone reacts in a certain way or they say something, it helps me go, I wonder what's going on in their life. And to not get upset, to respond with empathy, especially if it's an email or something from work. Someone on the road, you just kind of go, hope you arrive safely. Send them a prayer.
Exactly.
But I don't have these conversations in my mind like I used to of telling that person off, you know, in my car, which again just raises cortisol and makes you fat and raises your blood pressure. Don't do that. So it is.
You rhymed just now.
Oh my God. You know, I just realized I never started recording. So, Diana, no, is it? Oh, it is recording. Oh, good. Oh, thank goodness.
I'm here.
Outside, I checked. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. We're
I
good.
would have said something.
Good. We are good to go. I don't know if there's anything else to share. I'm going to turn the recording off. If you have any questions, definitely respond to either the person who sent you this or send me a comment. That's
Okay.
that. And then Diana, we can go ahead and answer any questions.